everyone, it's Arlene. I'm in the process of creating a card. I haven't glued all of this down yet, but I'm creating lots of layers, and this card's being created using Graphic 45's Secret Garden 6x6 papers, patterns and solids, sorry, as well as the Secret Garden 8x8 paper pad. Okay, so those coordinate nicely together. Now, while I was making this card, I decided I wanted to share a tutorial on how I created this flower. And this flower was created using Graphic 45's new flower Secret Garden collection flower cardstock. And they are cardstock material and they punch right out. And these, you can create your three-dimensional flowers. So it's really fun. So if you don't have a die and you want something that coordinates nicely with the Graphic 45 papers, this is your answer. And even if you do have a die, if you want just like a quick embellishment for your card or your project, and you don't want to bust out with your die cutting machine, this is the answer here too. Okay, and of course it has the coordinating designs and everything with the paper collection. So let me see. I'm trying to think of which flower I want to use on my card. Maybe I'll do this one here. So you basically just punch it right out. See, just like that. And it comes with the different sizes of the layers for the flower. So just punch them all out. And I'm going to use all layers. You don't have to use all layers. It comes with a total of 5 layers. Okay. After I punch them out, also these flowers come with these little circles to go in the center of your flowers. I'm going to opt not to use those for my flower. I'm actually going to use some of these stamina for my stash. So once you're done filing off all of the bumps, paper bumps on your flower, you're going to go ahead and punch holes into the center of your flower. Now what I'm going to do is use my pencil to kind of mark the center, and I'm just going to kind of eyeball it just so I can see exactly where to punch my hole. And I'm using a 1/8 inch hole punch, and I just picked this up at Michael's some time ago. Okay, and you're just going to punch a hole on all of your layers. Once you've finished punching holes in the center of each layer, you want to go ahead and alternate each layer so you have a different design. Now what I'm going to do is take a Stampin' Up! Paper piercing set. You can also use an old mouse pad, but what I'm going to do is take a paintbrush and I'm going to create this circular motion while pressing down on the center of the petal, and this will create some dimension for your flower. So you'll see as I push and put more pressure on the paper piercing pad, you'll see that the petals start to pop up a little bit. This gives the flower some dimension and it makes it look more natural. Here I'm just cutting about 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 inch slit between each petal, and this gives me more opportunity to curl the petals. I'm taking a smaller paintbrush here and I'm using that to curl the petals in. You want to just take the paintbrush and slowly curl the petal around the paintbrush. And you're going to do that to each of the petals, and you can see me doing that here. This will give your flower some dimension and some natural curl to the petals of the flower. After I'm done doing that, I'm going to shape the petal even more so, or the flower layer even more so, by pushing down on the paper piercing pad with the paintbrush. You can see how that pops up nicely there. And you're going to do this to each of your layers. And again, alternate the design. Put a 1/4 inch slit or 1/8 of an inch slit between each petal so that you can get a better curl on the petals. And always remember to push down with your large paintbrush into the center of each layer for that dimension. You can also distress the edges of your petal if you'd like with some acrylic paint just to give it some distress, or maybe even some distress ink. And you want to do that before you start building your flower. You'll see here that I'll push in and press up on the layer a little bit, and that just pops up the dimension a little bit more. And when you start layering your flower, by the way, you want to make sure that the petals overlap. It gives it more of a natural look. So I'm doing the same thing here with the third layer. and I completed the 4th layer behind the scenes, and this is the 5th layer, which is the last layer, and where I'm not going to curl the petals because I don't want that center to push down when I put the sprays into the center. Now I'm taking some sprays that I purchased on Etsy some time ago, and I'm going to be folding these in half, and I'm going to pull those through the center of each of these layers one by one. And I'm going to use glossy accents between each layer, and this will hold the flower together nicely. So you're just going to pull the sprays through the center hole, add a layer of glossy accents, and then pull through the next layer, making sure that the petals overlap. Once you have that done, you're going to do the same thing. Add glossy accents to the bottom of that layer, and then pull on the next layer and make sure that the petals overlap. As you pull the layers on, you can also bunch up the flower just a little bit, and that'll pop it up and give it some more dimension. It's really quite simple to build this flower, and it's actually quite fun. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and check your local scrapbook store for the cardstock flowers that coordinate with the Secret Garden paper collection. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below on the video, and I'll be happy to get back to you. Thanks again for watching. Check out the Graphic 45 blog at g45papers.typepad.com.